Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you're all having a really good week. Tougher video today. As many of you are aware, yesterday there was another mass shooting event here in Texas, this time in Bryan, Texas. That one hit particularly close to home for me because Bryan is actually where I was born and raised. Before I was in law school, I worked for many years as a FedEx driver, and part of my delivery route was that industrial park where that happened. So, it's one of those situations where I guess with the frequency of these events, it's only a matter of time before one touches a place or a person that you're familiar with or that you have some connection to. So yesterday was that for me. So first and foremost, we want to extend obviously all of our thoughts, our prayers, our well wishes to anybody and everybody that was affected by that, as well as the other. I think this is the fourth one in 4 months that we've seen, which is just, terrifyingly sad. And so anybody that was affected by any of those, obviously we want to send our deepest sympathies to. But the purpose of this video was to touch on something that we have already started to see, and we're just going to start seeing more of, and that is there's going to be these pushes on both sides of the aisle for either changes in legislation or strengthening of existing legislation as it pertains to firearms and guns. You saw President Biden come out with his announcement of some executive orders that he's putting into place, and somewhat ironically yesterday, prior to this shooting, you saw Governor Abbott from Texas here mention something about making Texas a Second Amendment sanctuary. So, the purpose of this video isn't really to debate the merits of either of those two positions. It's really simply to challenge anybody watching this to, when you see something like that, dig into the actual proposal that's being made. I mean, I know that it's sometimes very easy for us to look at kind of the headline grabbing title of, Second Amendment sanctuary, that sounds great. But really look into what does that proposal mean? What is he saying should happen? Same thing with Biden's executive order. I know that, a lot of people tend to believe, well, he's a Democratic president and it's a gun control executive order, so he must be looking to take my guns away. But dig into it, because the executive order really doesn't say that either. And so, resist the urge to kind of latch on to the headline grabbing short title of whatever the legislation is and really dig into it. I'll be doing the same thing. I haven't really spent a lot of time digesting either the Second Amendment sanctuary or the Biden's executive order yet, but I'm planning on doing that very shortly. And if you have any questions, reach out and I'll give you kind of my take on it. I don't really know what's in there, so I don't know what it might mean for people here in Texas who have LTCs or open carry licenses, or people who are subject to criminal allegations currently. Because that's always something that I have to advise clients on is I own guns, but I've been charged with a crime. What does that mean in terms of my ability to possess and store my firearms? So it's something that I have to pay particularly close attention to, and I think everybody out there should do the same. So as always, if you have questions about any of that or some insights that you think I may have missed when I do these videos, I'm always happy to hear from you folks on what your thoughts are and what your opinions are. And likewise, I'll share my own, as they become necessary and as I have advice, once I've had some time to break this down. So again, hope you all have a really, really great weekend. Enjoy some time with your family, some time with your loved ones. And we'll be back next week with another video. And as always, if you have any questions or need to reach out, my contact information is on the very last slide, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye now.